Did you know that DocuSign eSignature can really help you save hundreds of thousands of dollars every single year if you know really how to use it? So, in today's conversation, I want to really explain to you how DocuSign eSignature really works, what is the process, and what the most important thing is that what are the hacks that you need to really put in place right now in your company to make sure you are saving money big time. So, here are the facts I want you to really pay attention to. When you think about DocuSign e-signature, think about the fact that this is a process that allows you to save time, to save money, to save resources. Because signing an agreement by hand is time consuming. Think about it, especially if you are in an industry that really has to sign contracts several times a month. And you have multiple staff members actually allocated to that resource, to that context, to that process. It can be really costly. Because think about it, you have to print the document, you have to scan it, you have to sign it, you have to scan it to create a digital copy, right? And you have to send it to the next person. Along the way, you may have to deal with printer errors, scanning difficulties, and more. I mean, it's kind of crazy. Especially, can you imagine what happened during COVID, for instance, when nobody was at work, like on site, everybody was at home. How do you really manage the whole process? Okay, so that's important. So you can eliminate all the hurdles I've just spoken to you about with electronic signature. So electronic signature software completes the entire signing process digitally. No printing or scanning or paper really involved. So DocuSign actually was one of the first electronic signature tools to enter the market. And today, actually, the whole process, the whole innovation is widely used. Okay, so you are able to get things done faster. So now, how do digital signatures work? Well, digital signatures, like handwritten signatures, are unique to each signer. So digital signature solution providers such as DocuSign, what they do is that they actually follow a specific protocol called Public Key Infrastructure, or PKI. I want you to remember that, PKI. So PKI requires the provider to use a mathematical algorithm to generate two long numbers called keys. And one key is actually public and one key is private. So what happens here is that when a signer electronically signs a document, right, the signature is created using the signer's private key, which is always securely kept by the signer. The mathematical algorithm acts like a cipher, creating a data set matching the signed documents called a hash and encrypting that data. So the resulting encrypted data is the digital signature, and the signature is also marked with the time that the document was signed. So if the document changes after signing, the digital signature is actually invalidated. So now that you understand the foundation here, how do you use DocuSign? So if you want to use DocuSign to send documents for signature, first you got to have a DocuSign account, right? That just makes sense. And the cool thing is that it is free. So creating a DocuSign account is free. Of course, once you want to use the service for a long time, you have to pay for it, right? So you can actually sign up for a free trial, or if you are comfortable with a DocuSign as a provider, you can purchase a paid plan right away. So if you want to go for the try for free, you go to you click the try for free button, and or you can click buy now for paid plan options. So you have to really follow the process, the regular process, nothing really complicated here. So you have to put your email address. So you must first confirm your account using the email address you entered. You also need to choose the password and security question. Now, sometimes DocuSign wants to really have 2FA processes. So 2FA, two-factor authentication, or MFA, multiple factor authentication processes. So that's really good because it really validates the security, it validates the transparency, and it validates the integrity of the whole process. So to sign up for a DocuSign, pretty straightforward, nothing really complicated. How do you upload a document to a DocuSign? Well, if you have a document that needs to be signed, you are able to get things done very easily through DocuSign. So when you go to, once you are in your DocuSign dashboard, you just need to click Start Now. You'll see it. You can't miss it. You'll see Start Now. And the next page will allow you to drag and drop a document into the designated box. You can also click Upload and select a document from your files, or even upload a document from a cloud storage provider such as Google Drive or Dropbox. It depends on which one you're using. Okay, it really depends. But the cool thing is that the process is pretty straightforward. You don't have to have a PhD in IT, in computer science, to actually use DocuSign. They have actually thought about the process in a very user-friendly way, so you are able to actually navigate the whole process regardless of your, let's say, your online acumen, your online skills. So now that I explained to you how to use DocuSign, right? How do you upload a document to DocuSign? Let's talk about how to send a document with DocuSign. Again, I'm speaking to you about DocuSign eSignature, the whole process, okay? And it's very important to understand that DocuSign has made things pretty straightforward, not only for users on both ends of the contractual process, but also for their own data archiving processes. So how do you send a document? Well, once you have uploaded the document, you can send it to the people who need to sign it, including employees, customers, vendors, or other parties. So the thing is, you have let's just say, all the stakeholders that are actually part of the whole contractual process. So from the same page where you uploaded the document, you want to scroll down to the Add Recipients section. Again, you can't miss it. You'll see it. So you want to fill out the name and email fields for those who should receive the digital document. I'm showing this to you on the screen here, the Add Recipients process. You want to identify the action the person needs to complete, such as needs to sign or needs to view, because there is a differentiation in terms of privacy level, in terms of security level, okay? So you want to click the Customize drop down to add an access code for the document or a private message for the recipient. Next, you want to click Add Recipient if, let's say, multiple people need to sign the document. And if needed, the cool thing is that you can also import a bulk list of names and email addresses. This is kind of cool if your organization has several people involved, let's say hundreds of people involved in the whole signing process, or even in the whole review process. Then you want to scroll down to add message and type in the document's subject and the message you want to send, and click next to send the document. So pretty straightforward, okay? And now, how do you electronically sign a document with DocuSign? Well, you want to open the email from DocuSign with a link to the document you need to sign. You want to click Review the Documents to go to the DocuSign dashboard. Click the Signature Disclosure to continue. Review the documents and fill out any required fields. And when you're ready to sign, just click Sign. Really straightforward. So if this is your first time using DocuSign, the thing is that you will be asked to adopt a signature, select a predefined signature style, or draw your own using your mouse. Click Adopt and Sign to confirm your signature. Click Finish to complete your part of the signature process. And so once each party has signed the document, you will receive a fully executed copy by email. So that's pretty straightforward and nothing really, you can see on the screen here, this is actually courtesy of DocuSign how the whole process actually works. So if you think about DocuSign eSignature, it's really important to understand that if you want to save money, if you want to really save a lot of cash through the contractual process, you got to really pay attention to the features that DocuSign has, because every feature has specifics, and the more you know about DocuSign feature, the more you can actually save money throughout the process. So DocuSign's most basic features enable you to send and receive documents together, electronic signature. So right off the bat, that's pretty good because it really saves you tens of thousands of dollars right there. So now DocuSign also has many other features that enhance that functionality, the basic functionality. So from templates to branding and much more, there are many ways DocuSign actually goes above and beyond just transferring documents and collecting signatures. A lot of folks believe that, DocuSign is only good for electronic signatures. No, they really go really farther. And that's how they add value. That's how they understand, especially now with artificial intelligence, AI, it has really reconfigured the whole market. So when you think about DocuSign, you have document creation. That's really important. You have templates, okay? So when I say documents creation, DocuSign lets you create fillable PDF forms using regular PDF files. You also have templates, okay? So DocuSign comes with ready-to-use templates for different agreements, such as sales contracts or other procurement documents. So that's pretty good. So you can use a template to actually save time if you are creating documents. You also have document distribution. Okay, so when sending documents for a signature with a DocuSign, the cool thing is that you can actually upload bulk names and an email list, so you don't have to manually enter those details, right? So again, if you are in an organization that really deals with hundreds of names, you will really appreciate the bulk feature here. You also have branding, okay? So for the sake of standardization, you want to really have your brand on all your documents, right? And so with DocuSign, the cool thing is that you can add your company logo, customize copy and links, and change the colors on the documents and web pages your recipients will actually view. So this is kind of cool because this actually helps create a consistent brand presence during the electronic signature process. Other features you will love with DocuSign eSignature, you have a signer identification. That's pretty good because DocuSign allows you to really identify the signer because security, as you know, in the procurement process and the contractual process, security actually is a paramount factor. Okay. You also have integrations. So within DocuSign, you have integrations to important apps such as Salesforce, Oracle, Box, Slack, and many other digital business tools. And the cool thing is you are able to, those integrations allow you to streamline operations. And that's what you want anyway. You want to really streamline your operations. You also have reporting. So DocuSign offers robust reporting features so you can really see performance indicators related to electronic signatures. So that's kind of cool. Let me give you an example. You can say, for instance, like, I want to see how many documents have been fully executed every month. And the cool thing is, in terms of reporting, you also have something even better. You can schedule reports at specific intervals or view data in real time, so you always have visibility into the software and its usage. This is kind of cool because it really saves you tons of money, okay? Especially if you have a manual process or you're dealing with tens or hundreds of contracts every year. So this automation is pretty good, okay? You also have embedded signing. So DocuSign offers embedded signing, which means what? You can embed forms that require signatures directly into a web page. That's kind of cool because instead of receiving the documents for a signature via emails, you as a signer, you can directly sign, you can go to the embedded form. So especially if you're like me, you don't want to really open your email 1,000 times a day. That's kind of cool to have this embedded signing process. You also have automated administration. So basically, once completed by all parties, a fully executed copy is automatically sent around to ensure every individual receives a final copy to their files, okay, to their file process. So that's kind of cool. So if you think about DocuSign eSignature, let me give you a few use cases where DocuSign really stands tall, stands really preeminent. So you have real estate, for instance. I mean, everybody knows the mortgage process. You know, you have a pretty long form process that needs authentication, delays identification, that actually needs security, right? So real estates, as you know, runs on contracts from lease and purchase agreements to assignment contracts and power of attorney documents. So DocuSign can really help you big time because the software allows you to create document templates for each business process or edit an existing DocuSign template to meet your needs. Okay. You also have human resources. So I'm just walking you through the DocuSign main use cases. So besides real estate, you also have HR. So basically, when you have an HR process, you want to really support your employees. So DocuSign actually streamlines HR processes and minimizes paperwork. So you are able to get things done real fast. You also have healthcare. So healthcare is a highly regulated industry with HIPAA, among others, actually being preeminent in terms of regulations. Okay. So healthcare actually can really help you if you are thinking about DocuSign also. For instance, you can use the software for vendor contracts and staff and employment contracts. You can also use it for patient agreements, from billing and insurance to medical consent and patient care. You also have education. For instance, education is another area where DocuSign is really standing tall big time. So basically, DocuSign for education can be used for every department process. So you can use, for instance, you can use the software to complete enrollment and transfer all kinds of agreements quickly and efficiently. You also have legal. So signature actually are the foundation. Oh, that's the. Sorry about that. I mean, signature really are foundational to your contractual process, right? So basically, having the ability to use a tool such as DocuSign can really help you big time, especially if you're thinking about streamlining the whole process. And for all kinds of law firms, anyway, not just like there's no niche, if you will. So when you think about DocuSign eSignature, who are the rivals to this software? Because DocuSign is not the only player in this industry. When it comes to eSignature, you have a multi-billion-dollar industry, right? A lot of players are really eyeing a share of the market, if you will. So in terms of the alternatives, you have JotForm Sign. So JotForm Sign combines electronic signatures with automation, so you are able to keep your workflows running smoothly. So that's kind of cool. And JotForm Sign comes with many templates, so that's kind of cool. You also have Juro. So Juro is another electronic signature option with lots of capabilities. You have Acrobat Sign. So Acrobat Sign was formerly known as Adobe Sign. I mean, I have another a complete video that will cover Adobe Sign, so you have a clear idea what you're getting yourself into with this player. You have Sign Request, another software that when it comes to e-signature. You have Dropbox Sign. Dropbox Sign used to be called Hello Sign before. Okay, so that's really and this software is really easy to use as well. You have PandaDoc. PandaDoc is actually really good. Here is a software tool that has several hundred document templates with its first tier of paid plans. It's a great option for organizations that take security seriously and have to comply with industry regulations. You also have Proposify. Proposify, I have actually covered Proposify on other shows. So Proposify, the cool thing about Proposify is that it has beautiful templates, stunning imagery, and unique colors and font styles. You also have Authentic Sign. Authentic Sign, this is another good player to really think about. You have also DocSend. So DocSend is for organizations that want to avoid sending attachments in emails due to security reasons. And DocSend is actually owned by Dropbox. Okay. And you have Certify. Certify manages the entire agreement process, including e-signatures, online payments, credit card authorization, and related workflows. You have Air Slate. You have Conga Sign. And finally, you have Nintex eSign. So Nintex eSign is also a pretty great player. And Nintex eSign used to be called Assure Sign, by the way. So in conclusion to this conversation, I spoke to you about DocuSign eSignature, and I give you the facts, the features you need to really pay attention to when it comes to DocuSign. So features include document creation, templates, document distribution, branding. You have signer identification, integrations, reporting, embedded signing, and automated administration. I gave you some of the use cases for DocuSign in terms of real estate, HR, healthcare, education, legal, and I spoke about the rivals that you need to really consider when, if for any reason you don't like DocuSign. Thank you so much. God bless you. I will see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.